can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
When folks have cuts, have some other type of physical damage, you can see it and get it tended to. It may completely heal, it may not. But the fact is that you can see it. What about mental health? Today is World Mental Health Day, and I thought that I would be transparent because it's really hard for folks to do that, especially with mental health. And possibly it could be the reason why we still have the issues we have. So yeah, I'm gonna start with me. So for anyone who follows me, you would know that I'm on medication. And that's something that took a really long time to happen, just like therapy, just like anything else that folks tend to be nervous about when it comes to taking care of their mental health. But as I said, if you have a cold, you're going to take medication. No one's going to chide you for that. So as of right now, I take 150 of sertraline, and I take diazepam, 4 milligrams when I need it. Also, I'm on HRT, all things that I never thought that I'd be doing. I also have started therapy, and I did one set of therapy and I'm doing a different set now. So yeah, just getting it out there. What about you? What are you doing? What stops you from sharing about your therapy? I mean, surely it can help others.
It's too easy to take them back.
So, if you do take medication, what was it that started the whole process in the first place? And I'm not even talking about the decision to do it. I mean, what has gone on with you? As in, did you go through trauma? Did you have CPTSD? Was it something you were born with? Exactly what was the reason for the medication taking? For me, it could be a bit of both. So I'm about to show you a clip that highlights where I am at. And I may not look that way, but it's something that most people don't want to share. Very important, very deep. And if you can't deal with it, please click off if it does not help your mental health. But yeah, I'm going to show you the depths that I go to, and then I'll explain the why. Meanwhile, in the comment section, what are your depths? Have you hit them? How did you get through them? And do you know anybody that has had to go through those depths? Part of me wishes I could just walk straight down, walk straight into that lake and disappear. A big part of me feels that. But I also know I don't want that for my children. I don't want that for people around me. So therefore I don't do it. But still I feel lost. I feel out of place. I feel as if I'm constantly feeling like this, no matter how much I try to get out of it, because I hate feeling like this. I don't want to constantly be like this. I try to help others and do other things so that I don't feel like this. And I still feel like this. Don't want this to be a selfish situation where I'm just thinking about how this is affecting me. That's what it feels like if I'm being selfish. I feel as if I'm annoying people by telling them about what's happening with me, so bit by bit I'm stopping. But I don't have anyone to talk with and actually know that I'm not making them feel away, or have them actually understand what I'm going through, or just come to where I am and not want anything from me. I'm lost. Lord, I need you. I need you. That was really hard for me to talk about. And I've had such a time in my life feeling as if I was the odd one out, not being able to understand what is normal or not. You know what? Let's figuratively and physically get into the light. That's better. So, anyone that has been following me would know that I've been through abuse in my life. Some of which I had not acknowledged, others which I didn't. I held such shame for things that involved me in some way or the other. You know, talking to the right people helps. People that give you clarity, people that are straightforward with their assessment, people that don't judge you, people that don't trigger you. The right people are important, and everyone has different right people for them. So even if you have to keep changing and changing, find the right friends, find the right people to talk to, find the right psychologist, psychiatrist, therapist, whatever. Find the right people for you, because that greatly affects how you heal or how you manage what you've experienced and what you continue to experience. I say this because healing has no timeline. None. And no one else out there is going to know exactly what you are going through. Say for me, when I was little, certain folks knew of my abuse, but didn't do anything. They didn't realize how it would affect me. They didn't know what was going on within me. They didn't realize that I was holding on to things, feeling as if things were ultimately my fault because nothing was being done. Also, remember that abuse and trauma don't only happen in childhood. It can happen as a young adult. It can happen as an older adult. And I found personally for myself, as I got older and things happened with me, things that I didn't expect, I felt stupid because I thought to myself, like, why should this be happening? I'm older. I'm supposed to be wiser. But that's just it. Just because you're wiser or older, it doesn't mean that things are not going to happen to you. You're alive. And if you are not in the right frame of mind, if you're vulnerable, if you didn't have a good foundation that was healed and it's still not the right foundation, things like that can happen. I had narcissists around me. I had situations where I was dared to do, to just be done. Had situations, having mental health issues, is not fun. It can be hard. It can be really like heavy. And that's why people don't like to talk about it. But ultimately, if you don't do that, then more and more people would not know where to go. More and more people would succumb to it. We need to normalize talking about the hard stuff. It's all well and good to be positive about things. That's fine. But there is such a thing as toxic positivity, where you get so much positivity all the time for things that you know are troubling you, that you feel then as if you can't talk about them. You feel as if you're to blame. You feel as if you're at fault. You feel as if something is so wrong with you that can never be fixed. You feel as if you're not normal. Let's not do that. Mental health can look all sorts of ways. It can look like however you may think it would look. And it can look like the average person out there. And we all have mental health, by the way. But just like in physical health, you can get sick. You can have long-term illness or short-term illness. You may need to take medication or not, as I mentioned earlier. Let's try from today to talk about the deep, dark, hard stuff. Talk about how people may feel. You know that feelings pass, but it doesn't mean that they're not real, that they don't affect a person. So let's talk about acknowledging these things so that we can pass through them. Let's talk about the why behind these things. Let's talk about how to remove yourself and do no contact for the sake of a person and have them not feel guilty. I wish I learned how to do that. There are many of us out there that are really, hurting. So let's reach out today. This is World Mental Health Day. It's not just for one day, though. It goes on and on. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.